Hey guys, welcome back to my bathroom. So today I am doing something a little bit different than what I normally do. Taking a little break from like all of the Halloween videos just for this one video here. So I'm gonna do kind of like a little self-care video. So there are a couple products that I've either been wanting to try or kind of just like talk to you guys about. But also like I need to paint my toenails. I kind of want to do a face mask, tan, all that good stuff. Might wax my brows. So I thought I would just kind of like take you guys on that journey with me. Step number one, drink water. Drink lots of water. Preston got this for me as like part of like an anniversary gift or whatever, and I absolutely love this thing. It's Hydra Peak. It actually came with like 3 different like tops here. There's like the chug one, and then there's like a straw one, and then like the coffee top. And it came with like 2 different straws. So definitely worth the money. Love this thing. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just going to hop in the shower because I need it. So obviously I'm not gonna like take you guys in the shower with me, but what I'm gonna use just to like shampoo and condition is the MELU shampoo and conditioner by Davines. I love this. I feel like it really hydrates my hair. It's like anti-breakage for long or damaged hair. Then I'm gonna wash my face using, I've been using the Tatcha rice wash right here. Love this stuff. And then I'm just gonna wash my body with the Dove Deep Moisture wash right here. I'm also exfoliating and shaving because I will be tanning. All right guys, I'm gonna go take care of all of that and I will be right back. All right guys, so shower is all done. Please excuse my Smurf hat here. I don't like to tuck my ears into it because it hurts my piercing, so I feel like my ears always look crazy sticking out of it. Also, I'm wearing an old towel that someone left in my house once when I had a pool party. All right, so for the first thing that I wanted to do to kind of like tell you guys about in this video, some of you might have seen me talking about it on my Instagram story, but I'm actually going to go ahead and put on some of the, it's from B.Tan, the tanning company that I've been like working with kind of lately. But they actually launched kind of like a separate line within their brand. So they're called B.Tan, but this line is called B.Fresh, and it's a bunch of like really natural deodorants. The girl that I've been communicating with, Sam, reached out to me and she said that they only had like a small batch, that it hadn't been released yet, and they just wanted to send me one to kind of like let me test it and everything. So here it is. It is the B.Fresh Nutty Bout Coconut deodorant here. I love anything coconut. It also has, it's coconutty vanilla, so anything coconut or anything vanilla I am all about. Those are like 2 of my probably like favorite scents. So this one is actually blended with argan oil, and it's enriched with essential oils. So it smells great and it nourishes the skin, and it is aluminum free, which is like probably the best part of this because that's kind of like the big no-no about all of these other deodorants out there. I will say that because this is like a natural deodorant, it lasts a while. I, like on my Instagram story, had tested it throughout my workday, and after about like 8 hours, like 7 or 8 hours, I kind of felt like I needed to refresh. So that's usually like a thing with these natural deodorants, is that you do have to kind of like apply them again throughout the day, which I mean, if it's protecting you and it doesn't have like aluminum in it, I feel like that's not a big deal. Plus, another good thing about this one is that instead of like some of these other ones that have the tops that just kind of like pull on and off, this top actually screws off. So like if you were to just kind of toss this into your purse, it's not gonna just come open in your purse. So it's like secure, it's good to go for you to be able to put it on later. So like I said, it is aluminum free, it's alcohol free, natural skin loving ingredients, it's paraben free, natural fragrance, and it's cruelty free, which is always a plus because we love animals here. So again, like I said, I got the Nutty Bout Coconut kind, but they do actually have like 4 other scents, which is awesome. So they have Positive Vibes Only, which is like a lavender scent. They have Stop and Smell the ... So that one, it smells like roses, obviously. And then there's another one that's called Fresh AF. And that one is grapefruit. And then the last one is honey almond, and that one is called Sweeter Than ... And honestly guys, like I love their tanning products. I just love the fact, this is an Australian brand, and I just love the fact that like they're all about good ingredients. They're not like, even their tanning products, they don't have anything in them that's going to be like harmful to you or animals. They're all cruelty free. So that's just like kind of the biggest thing that I really like about this brand, is that like I said, this took hours for me to, you know, have to reapply it. But then again, like the tanning products are amazing. So the fact that they are really good quality, they're affordable and they're good for you is just amazing. So these are not out yet. Oh, I almost threw it across the room. So these are not out yet. I don't have like an exact release date on these yet. But when they come out, I have a code with them, which I've talked about in the past. I'll have it written across here. It's Lindsay G20. So that code will get you 20% off of these. It'll get you 20% off of the tanning stuff, the mitts, all of that good stuff that is all on the B.Tan website, which I will also have linked down below. So head down there and check out like the amazing products that they have. So as some of you guys might know, I actually, I get like the influencer things where it's like they send you free products in return for like reviews and stuff. They had sent me a natural deodorant at one point, and it's one of the ones that is in like a tube and you have to squeeze it out. And I'm not joking, it felt like my underarms were damp the whole time that I had it on. Not just like right after I applied it, it was just like that always. So that's another good thing that I like about this. It's just the regular stick. So it's not gonna like, it doesn't feel damp. All right guys, so now I'm actually gonna go heat up my brow wax and I'll be back. I'm gonna do that on camera. We'll see how that goes. So I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so as much as I would like to turn the fan off right now, I'm afraid of waxing my brows in a somewhat dark room. So excuse the background sound. So I did just dye my eyebrows the other day, I'm not gonna lie. But I got a different kind. I got like the pre-mixed dye and I didn't know that I got it like that. It just kind of came like that. It's just the Just for Men dye, and it's already worn off. It didn't really even stain the skin very much, which is really frustrating because I always like that for at least a couple days. So first I'm just taking like my little Anastasia, I don't know what brush this is because it's rubbed off, but it's just like the little, actually just kidding, it's the number 12 brush. I thought it rubbed off. It just has like a little angle on the end here and then a spoolie, but I'm gonna use this to kind of like comb my brows up and then just use these little Revlon scissors just to kind of like trim across the top so that they're a little bit shorter. I really did try to like figure out how to show this a little bit better, but it's like, I'm afraid that my camera's gonna fall or like just something bad is going to occur. And as I comb them up, I'm just trimming like right across like the top of the brow. I'm not going any lower than like the top of the brow when I'm trimming them, if that makes sense. There we go. Look at that. Okay, we figured something out here. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and wax, and I'm just using the, what is this? The Gigi all-purpose honey wax right here. I was using the cream one. I was using the cream one at one point, the pink one, but I am not a huge fan of that one. So I always used to use this one. My mom actually, like the first time I ever got my brows waxed by her, it was this one. So I just went back to the original. I feel like it works the best. And I'm just using the little Petite applicators from that same brand, Gigi. And again, more from Gigi, I'm just using the cloth epilating strips. These are the ones that are kind of more of like a papery feel, as opposed to like cloth. I hate the cloth ones because if you like push on it, it literally almost seeps through and gets on your fingers and it drives me absolutely insane. So these ones are much better. And I always start with underneath of my brows first, mainly because that's like the most sensitive part. So I just kind of get that part done with. I'm just going right underneath of where that hair is. And please, please, for the love of God, if you are not familiar with like the shape of your brows and like what, you know, shape you're supposed to have on your brows, please don't wax your brows by yourself. Please go get it done by someone that knows like how to kind of like shape your brows properly. I've seen so many people with like bad eyebrow wax jobs, and it is so hard to get your brows to grow back in. They'll either like go over too far on the inside or like up too high right here, and it just is like, it's just bad. Go to a professional. So you apply the wax in the way, like in the direction that the hair is growing, but then you pull it in the opposite direction. So hold the skin tight and do that. And then just get that excess off. And always make sure that like the hairs within your eyebrow are all kind of like going in a good direction and that they're not like poking up or down depending on, you know, if you're working on the top or bottom, because those little tips can actually get caught in the wax and rip the wrong hairs out. You don't want that. And it's always better to not get super close to like the majority of the brow hairs, because you can always go back in with tweezers. Look at last but certainly not least, I'm gonna do the center. And please do not go past the inner corners of your eyes. Like, don't go any further in. It's almost better to barely take any off of the center than it is to go too far in, because it looks like your brows are running away from each other. You want to just apply it upwards, because that is the direction of the hair, and then rip downwards. And that's it. So like I said, after this, I'll usually go back in with like tweezers and stuff and clean them up. Because they have like faded so much from that dye, I will probably do that like whenever I'm, you know, getting ready in the morning, just kind of like tweeze whatever is kind of not where it's supposed to be. I really just I don't want to do it right now because there's not a good shape going on and I don't want to overpluck. And then this is just what I do. It might not work for everybody. You know, I know some people have a little bit more sensitive skin. It just works for me personally. I usually take like a little cotton round and then some witch hazel and just kind of like run it over my brows. I feel like that kind of helps like minimize any breakouts. My brow area used to break out really bad, and since I've been doing this, it kind of has like decreased. But like I said, if you're somebody that has like really sensitive skin and you've used witch hazel and it just is not good for your skin, you might want to try just like washing your brows, like just with your cleanser afterwards, just to make sure that that skin gets really like cleaned off. Also, if you're somebody who like your brows get really, really red after getting them waxed, it's really weird, but if you take some milk, preferably like whole milk or something like that with a little bit more, you know, a higher percentage, and just kind of like pat that milk like over the red areas, it'll actually like help to kind of like tone that red down quicker. So glad my brows are finally waxed. It had been way too long. All right guys, so next up on my little self-care checklist here, I'm gonna go ahead and put some leave-in stuff in my hair, and I'm actually gonna braid it. So I'm just gonna use some of the It's a 10 Silk Express Miracle Silk leave-in spray right here. It does 10 things, that's why it's called It's a 10. It's explosive silkiness, cuts down on drying time, shields against frizz, enhances body, helps protect color, helps strengthen hair shaft, instant detangler, ultra moisturizing, glossy shine, and it's build-up free. So I actually, like, it's a spray, so you can literally just like spray it into your hair, but I usually put it in the palm of my hand and just kind of like comb it through. I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the Moroccan Oil Treatment right here. I've been using this for years, and it's one of my favorite hair products. So I usually do like about 4 spritzes of that into my hand here, and then I actually just take some of the Moroccan oil like right with it here and just kind of like mix them together, and then I just kind of comb it through my hair. Okay, so then when it comes to like braiding my hair, usually what I like to do is I like to do 2 braids. And the reason I'm doing this is because I haven't worn my hair like wavy to work in a while. So I'm actually going to like do this, let it dry, and then hopefully my hair will be like good to go tomorrow. If it doesn't look good, I will do something else with it, but we'll see. But usually what I like to do is I will part down the middle, but I will part in like a zigzag. Anytime that I've parted completely straight down the middle and then done 2 braids, when I wake up in the morning and I try to style my hair, it's like the braids are like trained to go this way. And it just kind of leaves this weird like part line down the back of my head. Whereas if you do zigzags, it kind of blends a little bit better. It definitely does not have to be perfect. I literally just like took my nail and did it. And then I usually just take like a little clip here and clip one side out of the way. And I usually pull the section like pretty tight, because it'll keep like any loops from happening in the back, and it'll just kind of make it easier on you. And usually I do a Dutch braid, which is basically like an inside out French braid. I feel like honestly, I don't even really mean to do it anymore. I feel like I'm just used to doing it this way. I like try to look at the mirror behind the camera here, and again, it's never perfect when I do it. I just like the slight waviness that it gives my hair in the morning. It's also really comfortable to sleep in. I feel like anytime I sleep with like a bun in my hair, I always wake up and my hair is insane and like it feels strange at my scalp when I take it down, whereas this is just way more comfy. And honestly, I probably should have waited until my hair dried a little bit more, because it could potentially still be wet in the morning, but fingers crossed, maybe it'll just dry. And usually what I do in the morning, because this doesn't go all the way to the tip of my hair, is I will take I have a waver, and I'll usually just kind of like crimp the very ends. And I do it very gently so it doesn't look weird. It kind of just makes it look like it was braided all the way to the tip. All right, both sides are done. Like I said, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. All right, so next step, I'm going to go ahead and do a face mask, obviously. And for this one, I'm actually gonna be using the Too Faced Pineapple Glow mask right here. It is a moisturizing and brightening face mask. So you just kind of slather this all over your face and then you wait 15 to 20 minutes and then you rinse off and you're all good to go. I really like this one. I think it smells really, really good. I wish I could let you guys smell it because it smells so yummy. And also, I don't know if you can tell or not. I don't know if you're going to be able to, but it's yellow and it has sparkles in it, which I really enjoy. It's just a nice touch. And I'm just gonna be using my little Glam & Beauty, this little guy right here. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's very cold. All right guys, so now that we are extra shiny, I'm gonna let this sit for the 15 to 20 minutes and then I will be back to rinse it off. And actually in the meantime, I'm gonna use some of the St. Ives lip scrub in Juicy Watermelon. I love this stuff. I know, like, I've never been the type of person to really go out of my way to purchase a lip scrub, but this one was like only a couple bucks and it's watermelon and I am obsessed with anything watermelon flavored, so obviously I had to try it. It smells like jello, like watermelon jello. And I'm just gonna wipe it off. Oh, my lips feel so soft after that. Okay, so while this is just kind of like sitting on here, I actually, my next step like after this is actually to do self-tanner. I haven't tanned in a while and I'm feeling quite pale and I just feel like I need it. Also, I'm not that type of person who like cares that it's getting colder outside. Like I will put self-tanner on in the middle of winter. I don't care. So it's actually going to be one of the other B.Tan products that they had sent me. And it's their Love at First Tan self-tanning mousse right here. Very excited to give this one a try. It actually has a violet base to it, which was really interesting to me because it actually, like, it's supposed to knock out any orange tones. It's just kind of supposed to give you that really nice like brown tan. And it says it's another 1 hour self-tan mousse. So it's one of those ones that like you can put on and then in like an hour you can get in the shower and rinse kind of like the color guide off. Like I said in my last tanning video, I personally am the type of person that I like to leave it on as long as I possibly can to get like the absolute maximum benefits from it. So I'm actually going to apply this tonight and then I will kind of like finish this video off tomorrow just to kind of like show you guys the results. And I'm probably not gonna go like super in depth with the whole process. If you want to see like how I do every last step of my tanning whole process, head over to my other tanning video. I'll try to link it down below and you can just kind of like check out those types of things out. So yeah, this one was just like really, really interesting to me. I'm very excited to give it a try and see kind of like what it does. It says, no, it's not going to turn you purple. Thank God. It's a violet-based tan that knocks out orange tones, perfect for first-time tanners and those who want no orange in their tan game. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes at this point, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe all of this off. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna go ahead and do all my tanning stuff. I'm not gonna do like a super in-depth type of tutorial just because I feel like I just uploaded one of those not too long ago. So if you wanna see like all of the details of what I'm doing, I know that I'm using a different product, but I'm doing the same process. Like I said, I will link that down below if you wanna check that out. But first, I'm gonna do a little bit of skincare just on my face. I'm not gonna do like the final thing that I normally do because it is an oil and I don't want it to like hinder the tan from setting on my face. So I'm actually going to start off with the Ordinary's Buffet right here, little serum, but I am going to just kind of dampen my face because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty positive that this has hyaluronic acid in it. But usually with like hyaluronic acid, you want to kind of like dampen the skin a little bit before applying it. I'm going to be using the Bliss Vitamin C plus Pro Collagen moisturizer right here, which is almost gone. So I'm like scraping the bottom of it. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on my tanning process and I'll just kind of like check in with you guys, probably on like one of my legs to show you guys like how I'm applying it. So be right back. And I'll just show you guys, this is what my skin looks like before tanning here. Leftover tanning bits here. I don't mind that. Alright guys, again, please excuse the fan going, but I cannot tan in a dark room. So this is just kind of how it looks when it's going on. It does have a pretty like dark color guide to it, which I actually really like because you're able to see where you're putting it. Please excuse the scratches on my legs and foot. My cat is a jerk. Alright guys, so that is kind of just how it looks when you first put it on. You can probably see right here where it cut off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my body. Alrighty guys, I am done with my self-tanner right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and like the last little step of all my self-care other than like the check-in tomorrow is going to be to paint my toenails. I have had like nothing on them other than like the Sally Hansen nail hardening stuff because I just feel like my toenails for some reason, I think I had them painted for way too long with like no breaks in between. It's like they just got so frustrating. Like I'd be laying in bed and they just get caught on the blankets, which is like the worst feeling ever. But first, before I paint them, I'm going to take a little cotton swab and a little bit of witch hazel. I would normally use alcohol, but I don't have alcohol. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this just on my toenails to make sure that there's none of like that Nivea lotion or anything still left on there because that'll mess up the paint from adhering. Sorry, this is at a weird angle and I can't show you. Pretty self-explanatory, I promise. And I'm actually going to check, I was trying to decide whether I wanted to do black or like this army green color on my toes, and I could not decide. So actually it was originally between those two and then this one right here, this nude, but this one on Instagram got voted out. But yeah, I left it up to my followers to kind of like decide between these two because I could not decide. So let's just see the results. All right, it looks like 83% of you guys voted for green, so that's what it's gonna be. All right, so this is how I paint my toenails. I just put my feet up on the countertop. Also, please excuse any of this mess that you see. I'm hoping that I'm not going to like crease because I'm doing this, but that's why I'm wearing like long sleeves and like long pants. So this is the O.P.I nail lacquer in Suzi, the First Lady of Nails. I honestly kind of hate painting my nails. It's such a task. Alright guys, so my toes are all painted and that is pretty much it for my self-care night. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and going through this whole process. I am going to check in with you guys tomorrow just to kind of like show you the end results of the B.Tan Love It First Tan here. So stay tuned guys. It's gonna be way longer for me than it is for you. It's only gonna be a moment for you. Alright guys, well I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so here is my skin afterwards. Looking real tan. I'm liking this stuff, guys. I don't feel like I look orange. Alrighty, guys. I feel like I've changed locations in this video so many times. The braids did not work out, so I just went with this and straightened it. And please don't pay attention to this mark. I didn't wear any makeup underneath my mask today, so this was all that mattered. Alrighty guys, well I hope that you liked this video. I know it was like a lot different from the other ones that I've done in the past. So yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you liked kind of going on my little self-care journey of finally waxing my eyebrows and using some of the awesome B.Tan Love It First Tan tanning mousse. My final thoughts on this are really good. I really like this stuff. Obviously it didn't turn me purple, but I don't feel like I'm like super orange either, but I don't really feel like I'm really orange when I use their other tanning products. That's never really been an issue for me. But yeah, I mean, I've washed my face, but like this is my chest here. Like my arms look good, and then I just showed you guys my legs. Also, by the time this video is up, go over to my Instagram and you'll see like side by side before and after photos. Might be a little bit easier to tell like the before and after. But yeah, this stuff is really good. And don't forget to use my code LindsayG20. That'll get you 20% off of this, the B.Fresh deodorant whenever that comes out, the tanning mitts, all that good stuff. So head on over there, use my code, and get a bunch of good stuff for cheaper. Okay guys, so I think that that is probably it for this video. So if you liked this, make sure to hit that like button down below and to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Also head over to my Instagram, like this post, this the tanning before and after post, comment, subscribe, follow, save, share, all the good stuff. Have a great day, great night, whatever time of day it is when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.